Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Lüning, Horst Lüning. I'm the master taster of Whisky.com, and today we have another special release of Diageo from the year 2017 here on my cask. It's the Glen Elgin, 18 years old, vintage 1998, and the ABV is 54.8, I think. 54.8, yes. The box is huge, and huge is also the price. It costs around 300 euros, dollars, pounds, and for an 18-year-old, this is quite an impressive price, quite high. You get a lot for that money. Wonderful appearance, and this is one of the very few original bottlings of Glen Elgin. For years and years, there had been no original bottling on the market for Glen Elgin. Then there had been a no-age statement whiskey for the Japanese market. They had Asian letters on it, symbols on it. And then the 12-year-old appeared. And I think there had been a 16-year-old sherry cask around the year 2003 on the market. It appeared shortly after the 12-year-old came on the market. It was a wonderful dram, but limited. And then it took some years until in the special releases, this Glen Elgin with 18 years appeared. And there's a small leaflet I got from the distributor together with a small sample of that bottle. Thank you very much for that. And here there's a chapter about the Glen Elgin, 18 years of age. And they say a fresh yet voluptuous aroma and layers of fruit make this an enticing dram. This is a golden printing on black, and it's a little bit too much of color on it, with well-balanced oak providing just enough spice. Limited edition, natural cask strength, typically uncolored, from a highly regarded Speyside distillery that deserve to be better known. Yes, you just have to issue more bottles on the market, then it will be better known. A third release in a series from the original distiller stocks from 2 batches, and this is important. One distilled using pomp yeast for lifted hints of green apple and matured in ex-bodega casks for richness. Ex-bodega cask means sherry bodegas. The other using more conventional Cerevisiae yeast, that means beer yeast. Cerevisia, it's Latin for beer. And matured in refill European oak butts. So refill European oak butts means oak influence, tannins, bitterness. And ex-bodega cask means fruitiness of sherry. And probably you don't know which species of oak they used, either American white oak, which was quite popular in 1998 already in Spain, or again European oak. Interesting to compare with the 16-year-old release in 2008, also from ex-bodega European oak. Now they say ex-bodega European oak. So these ex-bodega and refill European oak butts means probably it's American white oak. Only 5,352 bottles worldwide. This distillery was founded in 1899 and went into production in 1900. So here they said founded 1899, and on the box there is a 1900 beside a small picture of a house martin. At the still room where it's warmer, the house martin's nest, and it's wonderful to see. And when I was there last time, they just replaced the warm tubs where the cooling coils, copper coils, are cooled inside those wooden tubs to condense the alcoholic vapors. They were just refurbished and just new. So there's a lot of old equipment there where the house martins find their places. Yeah, and the distillery was powered by water until the 1950s, unfortunately gone. And this was one of the very few distilleries, or one of the last distilleries which went into production in the Speyside. Yeah. There had been two previous releases, the 16-year-old distilled in 1991, released in 2008, and the 32-year-old distilled in 1971, which was released in 2003. I don't know if I had one. I think I had the 16-year-old from 2008. And there, of course, the 12-year-old, which I have. Yeah, that's it. Thank you again for the distributor for this additional information and for this small sample, which comes in a big box with a lot of samples of all those old whiskies. Wonderful. So it's 54.8, a little bit too much for me to have it neat. So I will add a little water because I have another one, another special release to go today, and I don't want to paralyze my taste buds in my mouth. Yeah. Mild, rich, vanilla toffee. Wonderful. And there is fresh grass, fresh green grass. Some herbs in it. And this vanilla toffee sweetness goes over into herbs and a grassy note. And some, well, more spiciness from herbs to spices, a little nuttiness. And nuttiness typically come from sherry cask. And fruitiness. Garden fruits. Whatever that means. Just a few drops to bring it down to 50. It opens up a little bit. More herbs. And a little aniseed note. Yeah. Cooling, refreshing my nose. Weird. Astonishing. Green apple, Granny Smith sour, pH 4, hefty. Wow. So this pump yeast really delivers these apple notes. Incredible. And the typical beer yeast brings its normal fruitiness into this whiskey. And as soon as you swallow, the sourness is gone and sweetness arises. It's sugar, brown sugar, and some Christmas spices, cloves, cinnamon, fruitcake. Yeah, and in the aftertaste, very late, aniseed again. Incredible. In the nose, there's no hint of this sour apple. It's herbs, it's grassy, vanilla, toffee sweetness. Yeah. It moves over a little bit to tangerines, and the tangerine note is said to come from long fermentation periods in the washbacks. So it's a wonderful dram, but unfortunately for 18 years of age, incredibly expensive, with 300 and more So it will be something very special. There are only 5,332 bottles, 52 bottles worldwide on the market. So the amount of bottles is limited, but the price is quite steep, so that those bottles will be available for a longer time on the market. Yeah. Thank you for watching. There's more to come. There are also more special releases of Diageo to come. Stay tuned and thank you.